6 tons per hectare for maize, you understand, and we want to see how we can, bridge the gap and see how they can. And it's just a phase, it's not going to continue. Government is looking at that to purchase the feed, maize to be precise, to purchase the maize in harvest period, and once it's off harvest period, be able to sell it at a very subsidized rate for our farmers. But that is still ongoing. The work is ongoing on that. We don't encourage poultry farming in residential areas. We have estates specifically for poultry. That is for people that want to come to government, you understand. And if you want to do integrated farming, we also have agric land that you want. That is, you want to do integrated, you can do poultry, you do aquaculture. We also have land for that. Our farmers are price takers. The middlemen determine the price. We shouldn't be. They are supposed to be price fixers. They produce. If the cost of production is always higher than the cost of the market price. You understand? And this is not acceptable. A lot of farmers have gone out of business. The business have been eroded because of lack of market, or the marketing organizations are not very well. They are more or less inefficient. So that is what we are trying to do as government, to be able to bridge that gap by establishing a co-farmer smart. We already, the pilot, the prototype is going to be located at Lausa Secretariat, and the idea is whatever our farmers produce, they package and move to Lausa for marketing. And this is going to be demand driven. Their production will be demand driven. And that is what we can do to reduce the burdens of our farmers, to even scale up their subsistence farming to commercial farming. Once they know that they have a farm, they have a market, they'll be able to produce. And their quality will also be enhanced, because market or the consumers will determine, oh, we don't want this, you understand. So they too will not believe, come, we are going straight to the consumers. So they need to package what the consumers want. If we have a market, a steady market, we'll be able to reduce the 40%, between 40 to 50% problems of storage, you understand. People that bring perishable items like vegetables, they are often faced with the challenge of storage. So 40% of their produce got wasted, you understand. But if we have market, a steady market, the prototype is going to be in Alasa, but we want to replicate this in as many places as practicable. And the idea is not for government to do business. Our cooperatives, we have 12,000 cooperatives in Lagos. They are the off-takers. They are the people that are going to run the markets.
In all, these industry players say it is indeed a viable business which has raised so many from the base to the peak in life.
On the program today, we're going to be focusing on another important person who is a boss. Yes, in his own field, he is the boss. How did he start? What makes him tick? How did he get there? Let's find out in our segment, I Am the Boss. Okay.
My name is Balogun Latunji, a trained accountant who found himself in the world of art. This is what we produce here, mannequin. It is produced from fiber, but what we are using it to produce mannequin, which is also known as dummy. So it is being used by boutique to display their clothes, and there are some other people that are using it, but the main product of it, the main raw material is fiber. and which can be used for so many things. But we are using it to produce this mannequin that you are seeing behind me and the one that you are seeing outside. Unfortunately, I would say I don't have the talent for it. I learned it, and by virtue of my background, I have nothing to do with this one that I'm doing. But I would say I'm a victim of circumstances because I came from a formal sector. I graduated as an accountant from University of Lagos and Master of Business Administration from Lautech in marketing. So it was, there were works and there were challenges here and there. I just looked at, oh, can't I do something on my own? And there was a particular day I went to see a family sister who we were just discussing. And she said that she knew someone that is doing this kind of business, so that can you do it? I said, how do you mean can I do it? I wanted something that I would just be on my own because I'm very tired of the wake up by 5 a.m. by 11 you'll be back, you'll be tired, you'll be useless, you won't be able to do so many other things. So that was then we now fixed an appointment. So we went to meet the person who happens to be my boss. So we met him, we discussed, he said, okay, no problem. He was ready to train me, and that's how I started the training. And the training was about 6 to 7 months, or 1 year or thereabout. And after the training, though I was still going because this is a more technical work. I not finished learning it in a particular period of time. So I was still consulting. And after when I started this very place on my own, we were working together, and I was also doing research on my own, and we tried some other things. And these are the products of who we have been able to get through our efforts. The challenges are numerous, but I'll mention some of those challenges. First and foremost, the challenges is their mentality, Nigerian mentality. Because most people are much aware that these things are being imported. So seeing a Nigerian produces this kind of a thing, though some of them do appreciate us, but most of the people do not appreciate us at the initial stage. Because the so-called inferiority complex, they believe we cannot do something that will be better than what they are being brought into the country. But as time passes by, we've been able to convince them that we can do something that is even better than what are being imported into the country. And besides that, there are challenges of finance, because for us to start this kind of a thing, you need money to establish yourself, you need money to get raw materials, you need money to even train yourself, to equip yourself. So these are the challenges, but gradually we are overcoming those challenges. Just like the saying goes that Rome was not built in a day. The basic thing that is most important for this work is that you must get a place of your own, no matter how little or small it is, where you can easily do things on your own. So after getting that, rent a place that that is a bit spacious, where you can walk and you can display what you are doing. You need that one, very, very important. Then, and you need some money to buy raw materials. Fortunately, there are some of our raw materials, they are being sold little by little, like 1 kg, 2 kg, half bag, quarter bag, some sort like that. So you get a little sum of money thereafter. You start, and from there on, you continue to improve on what you are buying as you are making the sales. We are trying to train people, and we've been able to train one person, and some other people are coming. But the problem I could say with our people is that people, most especially young Nigerians nowadays, are not ready to learn anything that has to do with handiwork, so to say, because they prefer something that I can just sit down and just talk to little. At the end of the day, you earn some money. This is a very, very tedious job and a very difficult job that you must be very, very ready to endure and persevere for you to be able to have a hedge. Otherwise, you won't be able to do anything. So we are still training people, and this place is still open for people who are ready to be trained to come over. It depends on what the area that we want us to train you about, because there are 2 or 3 areas in this work that we are presently training people on. So we are ready to train people that are ready to learn. My first advice is go to our so-called young educated graduates, and I've been able to meet some of people that are in that category. And what I do tell them is that young man or young woman, your education should rather liberate rather than enslave you. So if you are still thinking that you want to get a white-collar job, or you want to get a very bigger job, man, you might be out there doing so many for a very long time without achieving not anything. So, but if our young graduates that have education, because no matter what, the education that I have has been able to play a very, very important role in this business for me. Because at least as an accountant, I'm able to do my accounting very well, and I've been able to see some kind of patronage by a bank who is trying to come to our aid in one area or the other. And I've been able to really know, okay, are we really making profit? You know, we have been able to produce our pay and then and some other stuff like that. So having education will give such a person a very good leverage to do this work very, because what someone that has no education will use for like 2-3 years to learn, someone with education can just learn it within 6-7 or a year, and the person will be okay, and the person will continue to develop him or herself from that level. So that's my advice for the young Nigerians. Either you are educated or you are not educated, as long as you're a very serious-minded person and you believe there is nothing that you cannot do, you can achieve it, you can do it, just believe it. Today, to God be the glory, I am the boss.
Well, it has been a hectic day on the program, Oroaje, doing business in Lagos. However, it has been very educated and enlightening. At least you now know that in addition to whatever business, whatever job you have, you could also keep a little poultry farm somewhere, because it is a very viable source of income for very many people. You don't need a formal education of sorts. Just know the little gritty details and you'll get on with it and make good money. Of course, whatever business you do, you know that you have to be on the right side of the law. That is, do clean, good business. Poultry business is part of that good and clean business. Of course, the authorities have heard the various challenges that have been confronting those doing this type of business. And of course, we know that solutions are around the corner. Well, till we come your way next time on Oroaje, doing business in Lagos, on behalf of my colleagues Adetola and Tunde, I want to say thank you for being there and have a very good time. Bye-bye.